Hello student, welcome back. I am Naina Gite from Hindi Madhyamik Vidyalaya. I hope you have understood all properties we had seen in previous all session. You are ready for this session? Then let's start. Our topic is in this session is problem set 2 in Pythagoras theorem in second lesson Pythagoras theorem in maths 2. We are going to solve the problem set question in this session. Our first question is given in this slide. I read first question, then you listen carefully and write in your notebook. In triangle ABC, segment AP is a median of triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, segment AP is a median of triangle ABC. If BC is equal to 18 and AB square plus AC square, sum of AB square and AC square is given. AB square plus AC square is equal to 260. Find AP. Means you have to find the value of median of triangle ABC. In this question, diagram is given. See diagram. In triangle ABC, AP is a median. AP is a median, so P is a midpoint of BC. So you can say BP is equal to CP. BP is equal to CP. In the question, BC is given 18. If you apply Apollonius theorem in triangle ABC, you can write AB square plus AC square is equal to 2AP square plus 2BP square. In last session, we saw Apollonius theorem. But in question, BC is given. Segment BC is given. You need the value of BP. So, if BC is equal to 18, but P is a midpoint of BC, therefore BP is equal to CP. BP is equal to CP. BP is equal to CP. BC is equal to 18. P is a midpoint, so BP is equal to CP. Therefore, I can write here BP is equal to 1/2 into BC. The half part of BC, BP is equal to 1/2 into BC. So, we give the reason P is a midpoint of BC. Therefore, BP is equal to 1/2 into, put the value of BC as 18. After dividing 18 by 2, 2 9s are 18. You get BP is equal to 9. Then, you can apply here Apollonius theorem. Write down here in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC. So, BP is equal to 1/2 into BC. P is a midpoint of BC. Putting the value 18 in BC. After dividing 18 by 2, 2 9s are 18. So, you get BP is equal to 9. Now, AP is a median, so we apply the Apollonius theorem. Write down here segment AP is a median of triangle ABC by Apollonius theorem. AB square plus AC square, sum of both sides with squaring both, AB square plus AC square is equal to 2AP square, AP median, plus 2BP square, half of this BC. AB square plus BC square, this value is directly given, it is 260. AB square plus AC square is directly given as a 260. Put the value 260 is equal to 2AP square plus 2 into BP square means 9 square. Put here square sign. Put here. So, in next step, 260 is equal to 2AP square even same plus square of 9 is 81. Square of 9 is 81. 81 into 2. 81 into 2 is 162. So, our next step is 260 is equal to 2AP square plus 162. Therefore, transfer 162 to LHS. Therefore, 2AP square is equal to 260 minus 162. 260 minus 162. Subtracting 162 from 260, you get 2AP square is equal to 98. 2 AP square is equal to 98. Therefore, AP square is equal to 98 upon 2. 98 upon 2. Then you can divide 98 by 2. 2 4s are 9. Remains 1. It becomes 18. 2 9s are 18. After dividing, you get AP square is equal to 49. Taking square root on both sides. Taking square root on both sides. Therefore, AP is equal to 7. Square root of 49 is equal to 7. So, the length of median of triangle ABC is 7. Length of median of triangle ABC is 7. Means in this example, we use Apollonius theorem. Our second example is given. First, I read this example. You listen carefully and write down your notebook. Find the length of diagonal. Find the length of diagonal of the rectangle having sides 11 cm and 60 cm. Find the length of diagonal of the rectangle having sides 11 cm and 60 cm. In this question, diagram is not given. So, we have to draw first figure. Let ABCD is a given rectangle. Let ABCD is a given rectangle. Then I draw here rectangle ABCD. Rectangle ABCD. This is our rectangle. Then AC is a diagonal of rectangle ABCD. AC is a diagonal of rectangle. Our question is find the length of diagonal. So you have find out the length of AC means length of diagonal of ABCD. Now solution. We write here let ABCD is a given rectangle. AB is equal to 11 cm this side and BC is equal to 60 cm. To draw diagonal, we get two right angle triangle in ABCD. Because in rectangle, all angles are 90-degree angles. So, we get ABC as a right angle triangle. I take a triangle ABC. Here AB is a 11 cm and BC is a 60 cm is given. So, you can write, you can use Pythagoras theorem in triangle ABC, right angle triangle ABC. So, in solution write down by Pythagoras theorem in triangle ABC, angle ABC is equal to 90 degree. Angle ABC is equal to 90 degree. So, using Pythagoras theorem, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. AC is the hypotenuse of this triangle ABC, right angle triangle. I apply Pythagoras theorem. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. AC square is equal to, put the value of AB and BC, 11 square plus 60 square. 11 square plus 60 square. Therefore, AC square is equal to 11 square is 121 plus 60 square you get 3600. 3600. Therefore, adding 121 and 3600 you get AC square is equal to 3721. AC square is equal to 3721. Taking square root on both sides. Therefore, AC is equal to 3721 is a square of 61. 3721 is a square of 61. So, after taking square root on both sides, you get AC is equal to 61. Then write down in sentence, length of given rectangle, length of diagonal of given rectangle is 61 centimeter. 61 centimeter. Our third example from problem set 2.2. Find the length of an equilateral having side 2a. Find the height of an equilateral having side 2a. Find the height of an equilateral triangle having side 2a. Equilateral triangle is given in this question. In triangle ABC, side is given. You know about the equilateral triangle. All three sides are equal. All three sides are equal and all three angles are 60 degree angles. Means angle A is equal to 60, angle B is equal to 60 and C is equal to 60. Side is given 2A. So AB is equal to 2A, BC is equal to 2A and AC is equal to 2A. We draw height AD in this diagram. So right here in triangle ABC, let ABC is an equilateral triangle. ABC is an equilateral triangle. Segment AD is the height of triangle ABC. Segment AD is the height of triangle ABC. Then angle A is equal to angle B is equal to angle C is equal to 60 because this given triangle is a equilateral triangle. And side is also congruent. AB is equal to twice A, BC is equal to twice A, AC is equal to twice A. AD is the height of this triangle. Now see the triangle ADB. Triangle ADB. This is a right angle triangle because AD is a height. So here D is a 90 degree angle. So ADEB, angle ADB is a 90. In right angle triangle ADB, if ADB, D is a 90 degree, ABC is a equilateral angle. We write here A is equal to B is equal to C is a 60 degree. So B is a 60 degree. Then B is a 60, D is a 90 in triangle ABD. So A becomes 30. 90 minus 60, angle A in ADB. See carefully in triangle ADB, angle A is a 30, becomes 30 because B is a 60. 90 minus 60, it's 30. So you can use here 30, 60, 90 property. You can use here 30, 60, 90 property. So right here in triangle ADB, D is a 90 degree, angle D is 90 degree, angle B is a 60 degree and angle BAD means in ADB, A is a 30 degree. So using 30, 60, 90 property. Using 30, 60, 90 degree property. In triangle ADB, AD is equal to under root 3 upon 2 AB. AD is equal to under root 3 upon 2 AB. Give the reason opposite side of 60. AD is the opposite side of B. B is a 60 degree. So you know the property. Opposite side of 60 degree is under root 3 upon 2 into hypotenuse. Here AB is the hypotenuse of ADB. So I write here AD is equal to under root 3 upon 2 into AB. Give the reason opposite side of 60. AB is given. So put the value of AB in next step. AD is equal to under root 3 upon 2 into twice A. Value of AB is given twice A. Then 2 get cancelled. Here is 2 and under upon 2. Both 2 get cancelled. So in next step AD is equal to under root 3 into A. AD is equal to under root 3 into A. AD is the height of given equilateral triangle. Therefore you write in sentence height of an equilateral triangle is under root 3A. Height of an equilateral triangle is under root 3A. So in third example we use 30, 60, 90 degree property. Our last fourth example is given here. In the given figure, figure is given in next slide. You see first. In the given figure, LMN, angle LMN is equal to angle LKN is equal to 90 degree. Both AM angle and K angle both are 90 degree. Segment MK perpendicular to segment LN. MK perpendicular to segment LN. Prove that R is the midpoint of segment MK. Listen carefully. You have to prove that R is the midpoint of segment MK. R is the midpoint of segment MK. Now see in the figure. Triangle LMN. This is right angle triangle. And also LKN. KN. This is also right angle triangle because M and K are given as a 90 degree. Right? Then MK, MR perpendicular to this MK. So I take first angle, right angle triangle LMN. In LMN, right angle triangle, MR perpendicular to LN. MR perpendicular to LN. LN is a hypotenuse because LMN is a right angle triangle. LMN is a right angle triangle. So LN is a hypotenuse and MR is a perpendicular to LN. So use geometric mean property. Use geometric mean property. You learn in previous session geometric mean property. Then use this geometric mean property in triangle LMN. MR square is equal to LR into RN. MR square is equal to LR into RN. MR square, this is geometry mean of LR and RN. So I write here MR square is equal to LR into RN. This is our first equation. Now I take second right angle triangle. Triangle ILKN. K is a 90 degree. KR perpendicular to LN. K is a 90 degrees, so LN become hypo of triangle LKN, hypotenuse of triangle LKN. So again we use here geometric mean property in triangle LKN. KR square is equal to LR into RN. LR into RN. This is our equation 2. Observe first equation and second equation. Observe carefully first equation and second equation. RHS side of both are equal. Here LR into RN, here also LR into RN. If RHS side is equal, then in first and second equation LHS side also becomes equal. So you can write here from first and second, MR square is equal to KR square. MR square is equal to KR square. Therefore, taking square root on both sides, therefore MR is equal to KR square. Taking square root on both sides, you get MR is equal to KR. See in the figure, on MK, MR is equal to KR. We get MR is equal to KR. So if MR is equal to KR, then R becomes the midpoint of MK. So right here, therefore R is a midpoint of MK because MR is equal to KR. So in this question, we use geometric mean property and prove R is a midpoint of MK. Thank you.